There's over 40 animated / glowing camos in Warzone Mobile, and in this video, I'm going to show you all of them, show you how to unlock them, and go over the ones you can still obtain right now. But first, this video is sponsored by Warzone Mobile, and you can find a link down below. Our first camo is the animated Etherwave camo. This is actually one of the first animated camos you were able to get in this version of Call of Duty. Even though it's an older camo, it's actually still obtainable. Oh, hold on. Sorry, bud. Oh, well, hold on. It also stands out a lot. There isn't any other green animated camos in the game. It's supposed to be lasers moving around on the weapon. The neon green goes really well with the black accents. How you were able to unlock this camo and how you're still able to unlock it is by beating raid episode number 4 for Modern Warfare 2 on veteran difficulty. Overall, if I had to rank this camo, I give it a 7 out of 10. This is the animated blood cell camo. It's a legacy camo from Modern Warfare 2, meaning it's no longer obtainable. It's supposed to be like moving cells around on the camo. Unfortunately, it doesn't glow in the dark. This was obtainable from the Task Force 141 versus Shadow Company event. It was an event where you had to pick a side, do a bunch of challenges, and at the end of the event, whichever team had the most points, you unlocked that camo. And there was like a sandy camo from the other side that's not been obtainable till this day. This is the one that you were able to unlock, and the other one, I guess, is just never going to be obtainable. Overall, I give this camo a 4 out of 10. Next up, we have what, in my opinion, is one of the single best camos in the entire game. This is the animated and glowing flow-through camos. When this was first added in, it glowed way more, to the point where you couldn't even see properly with it. Since then, they've nerfed it, and it's probably for the better because this camo was so bright it wasn't even usable. But if we take this camo in a darker area, you'll see, yeah, it's got like almost like a spider net glowing stuff on it. You got some nuke symbols on that, which kind of hints to how you unlock this. This is a legacy camo. You are no longer able to obtain it, but when you were able to get it, how you got it was by doing a Warzone Season 5 nuke on Al Mazrah. Doing that would unlock you this universal camo you could put on every weapon. It looks great in bright areas, but then it just looks absolutely amazing when you take it in dark areas. So because of that, I'm going to give this one a 10 out of 10. Next, we've got the Boeing Blossoms camo, and the entire camo isn't animated. It's just the alt texture for this. You can see the pink petals flowing across it. In my opinion, sometimes these camos look better. Not every animated camo needs to be ridiculous where every part of it's moving. Sometimes the subtlety is just really nice on these. Funny enough, when this camo first launched, it wasn't animated. It didn't get updated till a few months later. Then they added the flowing petals on it. Unfortunately, no, you cannot obtain this camo anymore. The only way you were able to get it was the Season 2 Path of Ronin event from Modern Warfare 2. There was a Winds of Ash camo, and if you unlock that camo on every weapon in the game, you would then get the Boeing Blossoms camo. If I had to rank this one, honestly, I might get some flack for this. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. I just really like the way this looks, and the subtlety of the animation is just chef's kiss. No, 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 no. Please don't, please don't, please don't. Then we've got the full shields camo. This is a unique looking one. It's a brown base with a bunch of yellow dots, and depending on where you look at the camo, the dots either get really far apart or super close together, making just a kind of a different effect that we don't see that often. Unfortunately, even though this is animated, if you take it in the dark, no, this camo does not glow. I'm sorry, buddy, but you have to go. This was unlockable during the Modern Warfare 3 Dune event for Season 2, so this is supposed to be a Dune-themed camo. Obviously, like the rest of these camos besides the Mastery ones, it's universal. You can put it on everything. It just kind of, I don't know. It's an okay-looking camo. Not my favorite. Overall, I'd give it a 3 out of 10. We've got the Looking at You camo. This isn't an animated camo, but it is glowing if we take it into a darker area. You'll see that the eyes on the gun, they're looking at you. It's a forest, and then there's like little ghost in it, and then the ghost have glowing eyes that look directly at you. This camo is no longer obtainable, but it was obtainable during the Season 2 Modern Warfare 3 Cryptid Bootcamp camo. It's, I don't know. If I had to rank this camo, I'd give it a 4 out of 10. Just because it's, I don't know, it's kind of cute. You got little ghosts with eyes that glow when you take them in the dark. This is the Magma camo. I'm a pretty big fan of this one because it reminds me of the Black Ops 2 Mob of the Dead Pack-a-Punch camo. It's supposed to be, I mean, as it states, magma, and you have little cracks in it. It's both animated and glowing. You can't really see the animation out here, and you really can't see the glowing. However, once we take this camo in a darker environment, it comes to life. Look at those cracks. They light up real nice and bright. On darker maps and darker environments, it stands out a lot. To get this camo, and yes, unfortunately, you can no longer get this one. This one was from the Vortex event from Modern Warfare 3 Season 1, and it required you to grind over 1 million XP. I think it was 1.3 million XP to be able to get this camo. So So it was a pretty long grind, but I could say it was definitely worth it if you're one of the people who went all the way out of your way to get this bad boy. Overall, I think we're going to give this one a 7 out of 10. Then we have the Eddie Supreme Legacy Camo. To me, Eddie Supreme sounds like something you order off a fast food drive-thru, but that's not the point. This is a Legacy Camo, meaning you can't get it anymore. It was grindable during the Modern Warfare 2 Season 5 Faction Showdown event. There was a camo called Eddie's. You had to unlock that camo on every weapon, and once you did that, you would get this camo right here. This was actually the first glowing camo that was added into this version of Call of Duty. If we take this in a dark area, you'll actually see that there's some green that comes out and starts glowing, and it's a little bit more noticeable the darker area you take it into, but the camo kind of transforms and looks completely different in darker areas. Supreme that. But overall, I'd give this camo a 3 out of 10. This is the Polyatomic camo. It's animated and it's a mastery camo, so you're still able to earn this. And yes, you can actually unlock this camo inside of Warzone Mobile. To get this camo, you've got to get the gold camo on 51 different Modern Warfare 2 weapons. Then you've got to get the platinum camo on 51 different Modern Warfare 2 weapons. Then you're able to do the Polyatomic camo challenge. Completing that challenge on a weapon will get you this camo right here. Funny enough, when this camo first came out, it wasn't animated, it was static, but if you look at it now, it is slowly moving across. They did that a few months after it came out. Originally, I liked this camo a lot, and it was one of my favorite, actually, it might have been my favorite camo in the entire game, but this is one of the OG camos. This came out at the launch of Modern Warfare 2, but since then, there's been 2.5 years of new updates and new animated camos, so because of that, I'm going to rank this one a 4 out of 10. Hey, you like Polyatomic? You want to taste it? You want hold on. No! Next up, we've got the animated Orion camo. This is the mastery camo that comes after Polyatomic. To get this, you've got to get the Polyatomic camo on 51 different Modern Warfare 2 weapons. So yes, it's still obtainable. And this is not the best mastery camo in my opinion. It looks pretty good out in the lighter areas. But the issue with the Modern Warfare 2 mastery camos is they don't glow. So if you take them in darker areas, this is what you see, and this area's got a little bit of light to it, so it doesn't look too bad, but some dark areas you take these mastery camos in and you can't really see a whole lot to them. So overall, I'm gonna have to give the Orion camo a 2 out of 10. Want a little taste of the Orion? Taste the Orion. The Priceless camo, this is another mastery camo, but this time it's both animated and glowing, and this is still obtainable, and yes, you can unlock this in Warzone Mobile. This time it's for Modern Warfare 3 weapons. You've got to get 36 different MW3 weapons gilded, then you can get 36 different Modern Warfare 3 weapons forged, then you'll be able to do the challenge to unlock the Priceless camo for your weapon. Here it is in a bright environment, and you can definitely see it's animated, it's flowing, almost looks like blue little crystals. However, the real magic happens with this camo when you take it in a darker environment. That's when you get to see it glow, and the camo looks so much better in the dark, in my opinion. I love when mastery camos are not only animated, but they look really cool and completely different in dark environments. It's a great example of what a mastery camo should be. I think mastery camos should be some of the best looking camos because they take some of the most grinding to get. So overall, I'm going to rank this one a 7 out of 10. Next, we've got the Interstellar camo. This is the mastery camo that comes after Priceless. Once again, it is both glowing and animated. This is like an upgraded version of the Obsidian camo. To get this, you've got to get the Priceless camo on 36 different Modern Warfare 3 weapons. Then you'll unlock this camo and be able to use it on any weapon you've unlocked Priceless on. Okay, now let's see the camo in the dark. So here's what it looks like. It looks great. It still kind of has the same theme, but it looks completely different. Here's the camo in the light, a lot more purple. Take it in the dark, and now it looks like, you know, it still looks like space. It's just completely different, and I love camos that do that. So for this reason, I'm going to give the Interstellar Mastery camo a 7 out of 10. The Galvanic camo, another really old animated camo, but even though it's old, this is still obtainable. You get this camo by beating raid episode number 3 from Modern Warfare 2 on veteran difficulty, and you get this bad boy. The entire texture isn't animated, it's just the alt texture, but you can see, you know, the barrels, the other parts of the gun, like at the top and bottom, it's got moving electricity on it. The reason it's electricity is because the raid episode number 3 involved a lot of electric water and stuff, and you had to avoid that. So that's why it's got electricity on this. Kind of wish it was over top the entire texture and not just the alt texture. And since it's just a little bit of the weapon, I'm going to have to give this one a 3 out of 10. Oh, and I'm out of ammo, so I'm going to have to give this guy a throwing knife. Sorry, bud. Now for one of the more sought after camos, this is the animated glowing Ghoulie camo. And even though this is a camo that a lot of people want to get, it was pretty easy to get. The issue was it was only available for a limited time. during Season 6 of Modern Warfare 2 during the Haunting event, you had to capture 1,000 souls. You could then spend those 1,000 souls on this camo here. It only took about 30 minutes to an hour to get all those souls, but like I said, it was only available for a limited time, so not that many people got it. Also, looks amazing in darker areas. Look at that. Those purple lines on it looks fantastic. Obviously, just like all the other unlockable camos like this, it's universal, so you can use it on all weapons, including future weapons. And I mean, I don't really have much more to say about this weapon. Looks great in the bright areas, looks great in the dark areas. Gonna give it a solid 9 out of 10. Next, we've got the Golden River camo. It's both animated and glowing. It's no longer obtainable, but how you got this camo was a preseason weekly reward. So for that, you got to do 5 different weekly challenges for the entire duration of the season. And this was the first one for the preseason for Modern Warfare 3. Out in the light, it looks kind of basic. I mean, you got flowing blue, which is supposed to be a river with little bits of gold inside of it, and it is animated just kind of slow. But when we take it in a darker area, hopefully this is pretty dark, yeah, you can see it, the gold parts light up, leading to some really, I don't know, it's a good combination. It's not the craziest camo in the world, but it's pretty nice. It's unique. There really isn't a ton of camos that look like this one out there. So overall, I don't know, if we had to rank this one, I give it a 4 out of 10. Oh, and well, yeah, that guy gave me a 4 out of 10. Then we've got the Makarov camo. This is another legacy camo that's no longer obtainable. It was obtained for the Modern Warfare 3 Makarov's Return event from Season 1. It doesn't glow in the dark, and the animation on it's very subtle. It's almost got like heat wave effects on the red, and it kind of looks like the intro sequence for Modern Warfare 3. So kind of interesting, but there's a lot of other red animated camos in the game already, and it's got a lot to compete with. And because of that, to me, this camo is just a 2 out of 10. This is the Skull Eater camo, another old mastery camo from Modern Warfare 2. This was unlockable in Season 3 during the Trophy Hunt event. There was also some camo challenges you could do that would unlock you the Dry Bones or the Dirty Bones camo. And if you unlock that for every weapon in the game, you'd get this animated camo. And at first glance, it doesn't really look animated. You can see there's some skulls in the pattern, but underneath that gold part, there's actually like a little bit of a smoky effect. And you can't really tell too much. It's a very, very slight animation, and most people aren't going to be able to tell. No, this camo is no longer unlockable, and it doesn't look bad, but I mean, it just kind of gold with skulls on it. So for that, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. Next up, we've got another red animated camo, this one being the Boys camo, which is an old legacy camo from Modern Warfare 2. It was from the Season 4 Diabolical event, which was based around the Boys TV show. It's got, I don't know, it kind of looks like royalty. Tiger from Advanced Warfare, but instead of that, it is red, and it slowly moves across the gun. Unfortunately, it doesn't glow in the dark. Back in this time period, most of the camos they were releasing didn't glow in the dark. It looks pretty sick, but like I've said in the past, there are a lot of red animated camos that are available in this game, so it's got a lot of competition in that field. So I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 10. The next camo is, there's really no other way to say this besides gross. This is the Wriggler camo, which is a camo that consists of a bunch of moving worms on the camo. That is what this camo is. This camo is no longer obtainable. It was obtainable during the Vortex Decayed Realm Season 2 event for Modern Warfare 3, and that would get you this camo, which you could slap on your weapons. It's not a bad looking camo. Like, it's actually a very unique, very detailed, interesting camo, but that doesn't mean it's not a gross camo. And I don't know, I will give this one a 3 out of 10 because I'm just going to give it a 3 out of 10. That's where we'll leave this bad boy. This next camo is called the Modern Warfare 3 Ranked Play Rank 45 camo. Yes, that is the actual name of the camo. It's still obtainable because you can still play Modern Warfare 3 Ranked Play. Getting to rank 45 takes a lot of wins to get, and I actually don't have the camo. The camo you're looking at isn't the correct camo. It looks identical. This is the one you get for getting rank 10, which is identical to the one you get for hitting rank 45. The only difference is the rank 45 one is animated, but it's very simply animated. It's just scrolling across. So imagine this camo is just slowly moving across the weapon. That's the only difference. I am going to get the other camo. It just takes a while to grind. I'm not quite there. I'm rank 30 in ranked play. Still got 15 more levels to go, which is over 100 plus additional wins in ranked play for me to get the camo. Overall, I don't know. It's not a bad looking camo, but for how hard it is to grind, getting that many wins in ranked play takes a long time. So I think we're going to go with a 2 out of 10 for this bad boy. The next camo is fire. No, it's actually on fire. This is the Rotten Inferno camo, and a lot of people consider this to be one of the better camos in the entire game. You can see it's got the flames, which are also like souls flying, and then you got a bunch of zombies' hands as the alt texture grabbing at the fire. It goes on top of different attachments. It is a really, really good looking camo. And this is not an old camo. This is one of the more recently unlockable camos here. It was from Modern Warfare 3. It was the weekly reward, meaning you had to do the 5 challenges for all weeks. And at the end of the season of season 2, you were able to get this bad boy. Let's also take it in a darker area. Since it's fire, obviously it does glow in the dark. And yeah, look at that. You can really get a better picture of it. And you can actually see the greens. The green parts on the hand a lot better in a darker area as well. But to rank this camo, I feel like it's only fair to give it an 8 out of 10. Shh. It's okay. The Melty camo, this is another legacy nuke camo, but it's the newest of the bunch. It's got a bunch of nuke symbols on it. It also says champion. It's got some of the elements on it, and it's not animated, but it does glow in the dark. If we take it in a darker area, you'll see all of the red parts glow a little bit. It's not the brightest glow in the entire game. This was for the Modern Warfare 3 version of Warzone for Season 2. If you got a nuke on the big BR map, this is the camo you'd unlock. It's an okay camo. Overall, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. This next camo is the rarest one we've shown so far. This is the Royalty Tiger camo, and there's only about 1,000 of these in existence. And how you got this camo is actually pretty weird. So you had to go on the Call of Duty shop, the site where you can buy merchandise. There was a $60 handbag. If you bought that handbag, they'd email you a code to unlock this camo. And there was a limited amount. There was only like 1,000 of them. It's not animated, but it does glow in the dark. It used to glow super bright. It used to be almost blindingly bright, but since then they nerfed it because it was so bright that it was pretty much unusable. You couldn't see while playing. Now it just got a little bit of a glow to it. Technically, you can't buy this camo, or you can't get this camo by buying it from the shop anymore. However, if you do have a code for the camo, the codes are still active. So if you found someone who bought it and you're able to get it from them, this is still an unlockable camo, but that scenario is pretty unlikely. For me, this is going to be a 10 out of 10 camo just because of how extremely rare it is. This next camo is one that I have a hard time pronouncing. It's the Acerbic roil camo. It's another legacy nuke camo. So you had to get a nuke in Warzone. It's the Modern Warfare 3 version of Warzone during Season 2. It's not an animated camo, but it is cell shaded, I think is the term for it. And it does light up in the dark, so if you take it in darker areas, you can see it's a little bit bright. I don't know why, but I personally like this camo quite a bit. I know it's got, imperfections on it, and it's kind of basic, but something about this camo is just, it's different. And I like it, and I feel like I'm going to get a lot of flack for that. For me personally, this is a 7 out of 10. This is the Congealed camo, and it's a very interesting one. It's a glowing camo that most people don't know about, because if we take this in a dark area, it really doesn't look like it glows that much. That's because it's only the alt texture that glows for it. So you can see here, if we put it on an alt texture blueprint, yeah, there's a little bit of glow there, and it depends on the map you're playing on. Some maps, this glow is going to be very, very bright, and this is a camo that you are still able to obtain. It's in Modern Warfare Zombies. You've just got to kill 100 zombies that are affected by your tactical with the crack .300 sniper rifle, so super simple to get. I like how mysterious this camo is, because when you run this on an all texture blueprint, most people don't know what it is, so for that reason, we're going to give it a 4 out of 10. The Goodnight Vibes camo, this is a glowing camo that's still grindable, and you can actually get this inside of Warzone Mobile. All you have to do is get 15 kills while mounted with the Lockman Shroud. So get the Lockman Shroud, level it up, do this camo challenge, and you'll have it, and you can use it on every weapon. It's not animated, but if you take it in a darker area, it does get quite cooler, and this area should be dark enough. So if we go in here, you'll see that all of the stars on this weapon light up. It reminds me of those stars that people would hang on their childhood bedroom ceilings. And then you got a little bunch of smaller stars around the side of it. Overall, interesting and unique camo. Gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Then we have the zombies version of that camo, this being called the Unreal Destiny camo. To get this, you've got to get 20 zombie kills without taking damage 10 times with the Lockman Shroud. Once again, not animated, but if you take it in a darker area, it lights up. This one is a little bit brighter than the other one, and it's got a little bit more glowing stuff to it. So for that, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Next, we have an entire category of glowing camos, and all of these are still obtainable and they're easy to get. This being the Wavelength category. If you go through these, you'll see pretty much all of these camos glow. There are a few exceptions. For some reason, the Biomass one doesn't glow, and neither does the Gradient Globs camo. That one doesn't glow either, but they still look good even though they don't glow. And you get these by grinding Modern Warfare 3 weapons. Half of these camos can be unlocked in Warzone Mobile. The other half have to be unlocked in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. But we got Geofunk. This one's really good looking. We've got Alert. We got radio waves. We've got, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. We've got this one. We've got global panic, purple ooze, biomass doesn't glue. We've got lost transmission. We've got sunset retro, one of my favorites. And like I said, these camos are super easy to unlock. I think this one's unlocked from the Pull Me Out 762 LMG. You just gotta level it up, do one of the camo challenges. Boom, you got this universal camo and it's usable on all weapons. Psychotropic, 80 spheres, heat wave, mind peak, also really good as well. All of these are just generic camo challenges. So Modern Warfare 3 weapons, as you're leveling it up, there's 4 camo challenges you have to do. That's where all of these camos come from. And if you hover over this category, I think it'll tell you what you have to do to get them. Super simple to get, recommend getting it. Find ones you like. Best ones being Sunset Retro. The Mind Peak ones are, I mean, they're all pretty decent. So overall, I'm going to give this entire category a 6 out of 10. Now we're at the end of the list, and there's 3 more animated camos inside of Warzone Mobile that we haven't covered yet. But I can't show you what these look like because I don't have them unlocked, and I will never have these camos unlocked. These camos are so rare that each one of them was only unlocked by 250 people. These are ranked play camos, 2 of them coming from Modern Warfare 2 Season 5, one of them being the top 250 Warzone camo, and the only way to get this animated camo was finish at the end of the season in the top 250 people in ranked play. The other one was for MP ranked play, so Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer ranked play, you had to be one of the top 250 people at the end of the season to be rewarded these camos. Both of these camos, some of the best camos in the entire game, in my opinion. They're super rare. They got that gold white texture, and they look really good, in my opinion. Then there's one more, this one coming from Modern Warfare 3 ranked play in Season 2. If you finished in the top 250 for multiplayer, you would get this animated camo. And this one kind of looks like a camo you were able to get at free at one point. It is animated, but this is a pretty big step down from the other ranked play camos. And if I had to rank this one, I'd give it a 1 out of 10. As for the other 2, the white and gold ones, those are going to be 10 out of 10s for me. But yeah, with that, that wraps up the video. That was every single animated / glowing camo inside of Warzone Mobile. There's a lot more in here than what people realize, and some of them are still obtainable. So if you found some camos you like, hopefully you'll be able to go out and grind those inside of Warzone Mobile. This video also sponsored by Warzone Mobile. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more content like this in the future, make sure to unlock that sub button. See you guys in the next one. Peace.
Lego Unlocked. He's Lego Unlocked. It's going to unlock all these camos.